This video is proudly brought to you by the On 3 Legs VIPs, very important photographers. If you'd like to become an On 3 Legs VIP, head to patreon.com/on3legs to learn more. If you asked me to describe myself in just 2 words, it would be adventurous creator. I love landscape photography because it gives me the opportunity to explore, to go to new destinations, and to create, all at the same time. But that also brings its challenges. This particular morning, I almost didn't record a vlog. The conditions weren't what I expected, the light was harsh, and to be honest, I'd slept in, leaving my run a little bit late. I've headed down to a town called Kiama. It's a coastal town south of Sydney in New South Wales, Australia. It's best known for the Kiama Blowhole that creates a mesmerising fountain of water when the swell is up. But photographers head here for a different reason. Photographers head here because the rock formations are amazing. Bombo Quarry and Cathedral Rocks, the 2 most photographed spots in Kiama. I've shot both those locations before, so I decided to try a different spot. Try and find something that was different. I had a look around the night before and I'd settled on a location very close to where I was staying. I walked down there in the morning only to find I was disappointed. The swell was nowhere near as high as I thought, which meant the water wasn't rushing in the way that I'd hoped. And the light was harsh. There wasn't a cloud in the sky and I almost gave up. Join me as I even surprised myself with the image that I ended up with. And it's a great lesson as a photographer, as a creator, as an adventurer, that sometimes you'll get more than you expect. It's 5:53, it's about 5 minutes of a sunrise. So I'm down at Kiama for the weekend. I did a bit of a recce yesterday on some really nice rocky outcrops on the shoreline, on the coastline, and decided on a bit of a composition. And this morning, well, to be honest with you, the conditions are so different to what I expected that I'm not getting much of what I want at all. First of all, there's no cloud in the sky, so that's a bit disappointing, and I'm going to be shooting right out into the sea. The amount of swell that I expected is not happening. I'm going to struggle to get the shot that I want, but in the name of photography, I'm going to probably just give it a go anyway. But I'll show you the spot that I've got and you'll see why I was so excited. But there you go, sometimes it doesn't work out as planned. You know, but all in all, it's still nice to be out and about in the morning anyway, enjoying sunrise. But yeah, it hasn't gone to plan. I'm going to set the camera up and then see if we can get a shot of some sort that I'm half happy with. It's just a lot, I think last night when I came, or this afternoon, the swell was much higher and the water was doing something a little bit more exciting around these rocks. Well, I found I've come back to my composition I was talking about, and you know, the sun's now rising over there in the horizon. It's really harsh. And I just can't make it work. I've got a couple that are okay, because I already started. I thought I'd get a start on it, try to work out what I could get going. And you can see I've got the D850, I've got the 14-24 on. I've got the leaf filter kit. I'm using a 0.9 hard grade. Whenever you've got the horizon, you can use a hard grade. And f22, because I'm trying to keep the shutter open for a few seconds. I think I'm going to put the big stopper on next, because the challenge I'm having is I think I need the shutter open a bit longer. And what I'm waiting for is just good waves to come crashing around this rock in front of me. And I saw this really nice leading lines that I thought would work really nicely. And they do, but only when the water's really rushing through them. But every now and then it does rush around the rock. And when it does, it looks great. But the lighting is just terrible. It would be nice if there was some cloud in the sky and we had the pre-sunrise colour, but it just didn't happen this morning. And it's interesting, what do you do when things don't go to plan? What do you do? Because I always feel a bit robbed if I if I don't try and take some photos. I don't know if that's a failing of mine or a positive of mine, because I always try and make the best of what I've got. I mean, I'm up and I'm enjoying the beautiful morning. It's so peaceful, you know, there's hardly anybody else around. Well, there's nobody else around, really, it's just me. You're still getting to witness sunrise, which is a pretty nice part of the day. Temperature's beautiful. I'm in a beautiful location. But I'm not going to get a cracker of a shot. You know, and that to me is disappointing. So yeah, be interested to hear. Leave a comment down below, let me know, what do you do? You know, what do you do when things don't go to plan? Do you just pack up and call it quits and go home, or do you persevere and try and make it work? I'm going to keep taking photos. I'm going to try. I'm going to put the big stopper in and see if I can get something happening with that, because I think that might make something amazing out of otherwise very difficult morning. I've got the big stopper in there now and getting like some 1 minute exposures, which is interesting with that sky. I don't know, that sun now has risen, so you know, if the sky was cloudy or overcast or something, it'd be much better for even this exercise. The challenge I'm going to have is pulling the highlights out of that sky and getting a decent shot. I'm just looking around to see if there's any other opportunities for me to shoot, because sometimes if you look around you find other things. And I have a bit of a rule of thumb. My rule of thumb is if it's cloud in the sky, I'll shoot into the sun. If there's no cloud, I'll shoot away from the sun. I hadn't prepared for going far, because this is right near where I'm staying, so it's just a walking distance. So I got up with enough time to get down here for sunrise, but not enough time to go to another location. There's a lesson in itself, isn't there? Is allow enough time in case things don't go to plan. So what I'm thinking is I'm going to have to find myself something else to shoot, or I'm going to have to call it quits, and I'm not sure which one I'm going to do. What I did find was some really beautiful texture on a rock, and the warm light is hitting it, but I'm not sure how I'm going to hit it without my shadow being in it, because the sun's still so very low. But it looks really nice. That was one option. Or I just persevere here and see what else I can get. Anyway, either way, unfortunately I'll probably let you down a bit this morning, but I would be interested to hear in your comments, you know, down below, what it is do you do when stuff just doesn't go to plan, because it's going to happen. And if you've found that stuff doesn't go to plan, how do you handle it? What do you do? Because it can be quite frustrating. As the saying goes, when life gives you lemons, you make lemonade. One area of my photography that I really do need to improve on is stuff that's a little bit more abstract. I don't know if you can see that rock behind me, but it's got all these beautiful patterns and colours in it. I'm wondering if I can somehow get a shot of this rock and make it work as an image. This abstract sort of photography has never been something I've been good at, and I wouldn't mind just having a little practice to see if I can make something that looks interesting. And I'm going to try and create a composition of these lines and colours that are in this rock. So I've set the D850 up with the 24-70 on, and I'm basically just shooting the wall, but it has these really nice patterns in the wall. You can see the lines in the wall. At the moment it's really beautiful morning sun on it. It's probably still not the best sun. Probably would have been better to do this before the sun came up, to be honest. I'm at f8, ISO 64. I mean, it's a flat rock, so I don't have to worry about depth of field. I think I have to worry about rocks falling on me more than anything. I'm just going to try a few different compositions and give it a shot. Looking at the preview, it's quite interesting. Well, I've grabbed a couple of shots now with this of this wall, and you know what, until I get it home and blow it up on the computer and maybe print it even, I'm not sure, but it looks pretty good. I'm actually pretty surprised. The rock itself has just got all this really nice sort of texture in it, you know, like if you have a look, all these lines and layers of stuff in it. Anyway, if you've enjoyed the video, give it a thumbs up, make sure you hit the subscribe button. After this, I'll show you the images that I took, and you decide, was it worth my while? Get out there, take some photos.